Get into the brows. Get into the brows. Get into the brows. Hey guys, it's me, GMoney, and finally I'm doing what everybody has been asking me to do, which is the brow tutorial. Yes, a lot of people asked me how I did my brows. They wanted to know like what I use and all this stuff. So now I'm finally bringing all that info to you guys. I'm showing you guys all my secrets and I hope you guys learn from it. It's actually very extensive, I will say, but it's my go-to brow routine, especially when I'm going out. So with that being said, let's just get straight into the video. It's brow time. So the first thing I do is I prime my eyebrows and I use the Max Prep and Prime. This is something that you don't have to do. It's very optional, but I choose to do it because I hate when my eyebrows start to fade or get too oily. And if you're like me and you have really oily skin, this is something that you could benefit from. So I just put a little bit on my brows and then I use a brow spoolie to distribute the product evenly. The brow spoolie that I'll be using is the Anastasia Beverly Hills number 20 dual brow brush. It has a brow spoolie on one side and a flat top concealer brush on the other side. After grooming my brows, I'm gonna go in with my MAC 203 angled brush and the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in Ebony to sculpt my brows and add some dimension. All the products used in this video will be listed in the description bar below, as well as a direct link to the product itself. That way you could see the prices if you decide to purchase it. You want to start by creating a general outline of what you want your brows to look like. I usually go either from the top to the bottom or the bottom to the top. It really doesn't matter. And just create the outline that you want for your desired eyebrows. Then after you have created the shape that you desire, you want to go in and use the product to fill in the space in between the outline that you have created. I use a little bit of the product each time because when it comes to makeup, it is easier to add product than it is to subtract product. So you'll see me going back and forth in the pomade and back to my brows, filling it in. Now, as you will see, my eyebrows do not look alike in any way, shape, or form. That's something that I just have to live with. One eyebrow is longer and one eyebrow is thicker, so I do my best to try to make them look alike, but at the end of the day, it is very vital to remember that your eyebrows are sisters and not twins, and I will go even further to say that they're cousins. Well, mine are cousins, cause look at these. Break it down now. Am I the only one who takes a dance break while doing my makeup? From here, I'm gonna move on to concealing my brows. I am using the MAC's Studio Finish Concealer in NC45 and NW50. You first want to go in with the shade that's closest to your skin tone to conceal the bottom of your eyebrows. But here's a little trick that I developed. You only conceal the first like 3/4 of your eyebrows with that shade and also the top of your brows. As you can see, I'm using the same double-ended brow brush that I used earlier to groom my brows, but this time I'm using the end that has the flat top concealer brush to conceal around my eyebrow. After concealing your brows, it is very vital that you blend the concealer out, especially above the eyebrows, because if it's not blended properly, it could be very obvious, especially when you take pictures. Then you want to go in with the concealer that's a shade or two lighter than your skin tone and conceal the bottom of your brows, mainly on the brow bone, to give that look that you just had like a fresh wax or a fresh threading session. It's always that one brow that's always just on point. And today I guess that one brow is my left brow. You also want to ensure that you blend the concealer that you have just applied to your brow bone. I personally like to use my fingers to do this, but you could also use a brush if you desire, or a blending sponge. Next, I take my Anastasia Beverly Hills Ultimate Glow Kit and I use the Golden Dawn highlighter and a angle brush to apply this directly on my brow bone. As you can see, the very tail end of my eyebrows are very dark, and that's because I added black eyeliner to the ends. I thought my camera was recording, but apparently not. But this is something I do, especially when I'm going out at night, because it helps to add a little bit more dimension to your eyebrows and help them stand out a little bit more when in the dark. This is also a trick that I developed. You could stop here when it comes to your brows, but what I do is I go in with Vaseline, yes, and I add that just to the beginning of my brows, and that just gives it a little bit more sheen to make your eyebrows look more real and not completely drawn on and too graphic. And then you want to just use the spoolie to groom your brows again. Next, I go in with my Anastasia Tan to Deep Contour Kit, and I use the shade that I use to contour my nose. And what you want to do is you want to bring that nose contour up into the beginning of the brows, so you have a seamless contour when it comes to your nose and it's not detached. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's my full brow routine, my go-to brow routine that I do, especially when going out at night. And yeah, and now you gotta take some selfies, you know, you gotta be cute on the snap. Brows are of my favorite things to do when it comes to makeup, aside from contour and highlighting. It's the first thing I started doing when I first got into makeup is my eyebrows. You could do the regular, you know, outline the brows, highlight the brow bone, and you could do that. But for me, especially when I'm going out at nighttime, this is my typical brow routine. And you know how important the brows are. The brows basically frame the face and, you know, gets everything snatched. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed the video. How do you guys like my denim vest? I made this like 6 years ago in high school, and I've only worn it like once. And I decided to, you know, bring it out today. It's cute.